All right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. I'm Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness, coming again on this devil platform with a message. And this message is covering the true church. A lot of people think that the church is one thing, which is it's all well for them to think that because everything is in twos. Everything is set up from the flow up in twos. Okay. 99 point trillion have no idea that things are set up by the creator in twos. Okay. So either it's one or the other, or either you in or you're out, either you're hot or you're cold, you're light or you're darkness. It's in twos. Everything is in twos. Um, and I thank him for that, making it up like that because it makes so much sense. It even can help those who walk in spirit and truth walk better in spirit and truth because if it's not one thing, it's the other. So you're only dealing with the twos. You're not dealing with the middleman, as the world calls soul. They put the Roman Catholics put soul in there, so you really wouldn't know uh, or have any idea of it's only two. We're dealing with flesh and we're dealing with spirit. If it's not one, it is the other. And even with me speaking on soul, it is there to confuse one to where they really can't focus on the sin and the wicked and the evil in their flesh because you got to focus on this middleman that has been placed in to separate you from reaching out in the spirit and choosing, in a sense, or desiring to know the other side. That's why people can't make it to the other side, you guys. That's why many can't reach the other side. That's why a lot of addictions, a lot of habits, a lot of things that's going on with people because they can't reach the other side. And the reason why they can't reach the other side is because they live so long in the flesh till they had no idea the power that to defeat everything can be found in the spirit. Mm. They give more credit to medication, pills, doctors, the pharmacy, and they can stand tall and high. I'm in spirit and truth, but the 99.9 of your life rests on the side of the flesh. You serve the way of the world versus the way that is spirit and truth. Another example, when we talk about and when we hear the armor, put on the armor, the helmet, the breastplate, people don't even understand that is spiritual. That is spiritual. Why? Everything is spiritual. It defeats the flesh. It defeats the flesh. 20, I mean, let me not say 100 times 100. Does your flesh defeat? No, does your spirit defeat your flesh? 100 times 100%. But if you know not of the spirit part of you, then you just trust everything out of the flesh. Do you all understand? There are people in camps, academies, churches, temples, synagogues, even in their home, representing as if they are, how would I say it? They might as well be in the church, the building made with, by the hands of man. because even in the homes, they have it wrong. They don't have it, the truth of the whole matter. Let's put it like that. So people are all over the place claiming as if they have it, and they have not. They have that which is can be understood in their flesh. And in that part of them that understands in their flesh, it is the flesh wisdom, the flesh knowledge, the flesh understanding. And let me tell you what really rides high on the flesh wisdom, the flesh knowledge, and the flesh understanding. Want me tell you what can overpower those three categories in the flesh? Emotions, feelings, and personal opinions override the wisdom in the flesh, the wisdom, not the knowledge in the flesh, and the understanding in the flesh. Their feelings, their emotions, and their personal opinion overrides what wisdom rests in their flesh, knowledge rests in their flesh, and the understanding. And it's loaded with a lot of it is full of pride. That's why they end up on that side and not the side of the spirit that holds all things that falls under any righteousness, any just. Okay? The true understanding, the true wisdom, the true knowledge rests in the spiritual, you guys. Just as the topic we're about to cover. The church is not a person's body. The church is not you in an academy or in a church, a built brick church where a pastor. That's not the church, you guys. That's how long people been away from the true church because they have built their own church and made it the true church. Not understanding. It is spirit, you guys. It is who your spirit is, not who your flesh is. It is who your spirit is that holds the true gift of being the church and the saints of the Most High Yah. Isn't that sad? Because you now got to look at everything as all this time people thinking they were in the church because they belong to a church, a building, and they go every Bible class, Sunday school, and a building. Same way in the academy. Everybody feels that they belong and they are the church. Not knowing the true church is spiritual. It rests in the spirit realm, not in the flesh realm. And it's a sad thing today because this is saying that here it is, we in 2023, and you mean to tell me, sister, that the true church is not me in the flesh? No, it ain't. No, it's not me. It's who you are in the spirit. You see? And that's why the true church never, listen to what the true church were created for the spirit of man, not for the flesh of man. And I'm gonna break it down to you so you can understand it. Because really, honestly, when he was saying, train up a child in the way he should go, well, we know that the children comes from the sperm of the man, but the child belongs to the mother and the father. So he's saying, train your children up in the way. First, you have to sit down and say, well, what is the way? A lot of parents think, let's dress them a certain way. Okay. Let's take them to a building. where everybody is praising and glorifying the Most High God and worshiping God. See, we put it all the wrong things in the minds of our children, and the children are not being taught in a way which is spiritual. They're more so even in the household where parents at today are taught worldly, even when they're role playing church in the home. Let me tell you why. If the children have not been taught spirit, then they are still lost without a cause. And most people don't want to teach their children spirit. They are ashamed of that which they cannot speak on because they know not. So they are teach the children their personal opinion, their feelings, their emotions, their wisdom, their knowledge, and their understanding, which is okay. And what makes it okay? That's all you have to give them. Give it to them. Give them what you want to give them, or give them what you have, because you can't give them what you don't have. But the truth of the whole matter is the true church is your spirit. And your spirit, where the spirit of Yah rests in. You see? And he has put the head over your church, which is your spirit. Hamashiach, which is Christ. This is why when I say to the Father, wait a minute now, hold up, Father Yah, hold up. When are you saying to me ain't nobody? That's why it matches. I'm telling y'all, listen to this. Broad is the gate that leads to destruction, and very many shall go therein. And then it is said, narrow is the gate that leads to life, and few shall find therein. Wait a minute. Is something you find? Yes, you find out. Why is it so few? It's because I don't think it's that it's hard to find. I think that when he say and very few shall find is because only few are going to really desire to find truth. So this here even shows you an example of what I'm saying as far as the church is a spirit, okay? And we that are spirit assigned to the body of Hamashiach, which is the body of Christ. So we're thinking that, and that's why I say it's kind of, and another thing I think that's really important to say, it's sad that people fake it, thinking they're going to make it. You know, I in this day and time, I would want to be real than anything, because you can be so fake for so long to where your fake become real to you, that you are walking in truth, because you have deceived many by your fake way of pretending and acting. You deceive many, and many look at you as if you have it. But let me tell you, it's no way I would take the rest of this breath that he has given me of his and use it to fake it to others until I think I'm going to make it. You see? But I say unto you, the true church is spiritual. Even when he says, put on the whole armor, because he knows that it is spiritual armor. It's not natural, you see? And when you get into a church that is has a pastor and built with bricks, you first thing you hear them there say, put on the whole armor, like you can actually go home and put on the whole armor. You can't go home and put on the whole full armor, the helmet, the breastplate. You can't. But that's the mindset in the way that they teach is because they can't teach it in spirit of truth. they have to teach it in this in the flesh of their wisdom and knowledge and understanding. And that's where you see many people are coming from the church, from the Hebrew Israelites. They're all going through the broad gate. It doesn't matter if they're Catholics, if they're Christians, if they're Hebrew Israelites, if they're anybody. I mean, anybody. They're going through the broad gate because they have not found the way. And he says, Deborah, very few shall find. Why? It's because as I see it today, they're looking for anything that's pleasing to their flesh. Just to say to their flesh, I understand. I have it. I got truth. I have spirit and truth. I have the light. And if they can set it to their flesh for so long, then it become truth to their flesh. And their spirit is still anorexia to any food that it could feed thereof. Out of spirit and truth, food for the spirit. They're full in the flesh, but they're anorexia in the spirit. And they get so content because they have given the power to the flesh to think that they got it. And I understand it. No. This church is not natural, y'all. It's not a building built with bricks. I mean, it's not that. It's not what your natural eyes can see. And see, with me knowing what is the spiritual church in the spirit, just imagine the endurance gift that he had to give me to be able to stick firm to spirit and truth. Because if not, I think I would be up in a building. And let me show you how spiritual it is, y'all. Let me explain it to you. You remember body of Hamashiach? The body of Hamashiach, which we can also say the body of Christ, okay? He has a body. And in that body, we're given the spirits to be the church, to be the saints of the Most High Yah. And then what did he do? He poured out spiritual gifts so that the body would never do without. So even the gifts that were poured out were also spiritual. It was to help the body. Just imagine someone sick. Their spirit is not sick, but their flesh is sick. But if the gift is in the spirit of one that is still that's living in the flesh, they could still use that gift to heal someone in the flesh. Isn't that deep? That just shows you the power of understanding the spiritual side. And let me explain something. When he said, he that is born of the flesh is flesh. He that is born of the spirit is spirit. You can't be born of the spirit living as born of the flesh. It's impossible. It is impossible. So when he's calling it born of the spirit, it's because now the individual have to be able to see things in the spirit realm. Why? Why is it that you need to see these things as you say that they are? Because that's when you're giving the Most High Yah recognition. You giving him glory. You giving him honor. You giving him praise. Why? Because he is the creator of all things in the spirit realm and in the natural. But he said, he that is born in the flesh is of the flesh. Let him tend to the things of the flesh. But he that is born of the spirit, come on with me, and tend to the things in which I instill in you in the spirit. And that's where the church truly rests, in the spirit realm, okay? As well as they are also the saints. They're in the spirit realm. Let me give you another example. In Revelation chapter 7, when he told his son, the angel from the east with the seal, to tell to give to the angels that was holding the four winds on the corner. And what did he tell him? Tell them, hold back the wind until you have what? Taken the seal that I have given you and sealed my servant. So when these angels are coming, you don't see them as human. You don't see them because they are spirits. And how do they know in which need to be sealed? How do they know the Father's servants? How do they know? First and foremost, they under the body of Christ, and they are spirit as well. That's how the angels knew who to seal, with the seal of Yah. Because it's a spiritual thing, you guys. Even the seal itself, it is spiritual. You ain't going to walk around and see a seal on Sister Deborah's head. It is spiritual. And that's kind of sad that even in such a midnight time period in which we are in, many sees not the spiritual realm of the Most High Yah. If you go, no matter what you see in the world, you can also see the power of his right hand. Because if it wasn't for him, it's impossible for anything that you see or you seen to be. If it wasn't for that, what? Spiritual right hand that created what? All things. So that's how the church is. A lot of us want to make the church our family members, our household. We want to make the church a place where we see on every corner. We want to make the church the church the church in the natural where we attend. That's not the church. That's why do you think that could, how could that be the church? And it's not even how would I say it, matching anything that the Father says that is his will and that church should be doing. The first and foremost, if you got a man in the body of Hamashiach, which is say the body of Christ, and he's been called to lead, a pastor, or that's like on the bottom total pole, but just because I said pastor, because I want you to know what's in all of these churches that's built with bricks, or pastors. The first thing you all should be seeing is them out at the orphanage, the fatherless, the widow, the hungry, all of these things and the funds that they make. This is what you will see them doing. You see what I'm saying? You won't find not one. If I say go out and find one church that's built with bricks doing the work of Yah, you ain't gonna find it. Even in someone's household, you're not gonna find. That's why they can't be the church, y'all. You can't make people or praise people to be the church or the body of Hamashiach, and they represent nothing. How do you feel if, let's set an example, how would it be if Christ is the head, and all of those who say that they are the head, they're in the body of Christ, and they are the church and they are the saints? What happened along the line that the hospitals, not the hospitals, not the homeless, the fatherless, the widows, the orphanage, they missing something. They all missing a male. This is what the one role of the church. You see, in the body of Hamashiach. Deal with the children and the widows and the fatherless that are missing a meal. You see what I'm saying? They don't do that because they don't want to bypass anything that makes them have to help someone, labor, nor give. It's out of the question. It is out of the question. They would rather send money over to Africa instead of dealing with, and he that's in the body of Hamashiach, yeah, the Most High Yah does not want anybody sending something way across another country. For what reason? When it's the issues are right there in your community, in your neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? But yet, in the schools in your areas, downtown areas where people are in need, hospitals in your area, prison system in your area. You see what I'm saying? But we are bypass all of that and send money to where the world says it is needed. And we don't understand their role playing it on these televisions and these media to get us to say that this is really what we need to support. And this is really, but then when it come down to what Yah says, nobody wants to go nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. And that's just not just that. That's just anything. People will give to those who are not the true servants of the Most High Yah before they give to the servant. And I like it too. What did I start? What did I tell you? It's about two. It's about two. It doesn't affect me now as it once affected me to see it and couldn't believe that it was taking place until the Father told me this is a part of the fruit. You'll know them by their fruit because they represent the world and everything there is before they represent anything that I see. So there to go to twos. The world being represented and the servants of Most High bypass. But that's where he says, and when you're identifying the fruit of people, that's how you identify. See who they serve it. See their fruit of how they represent the servants versus the world. Now, where you go on to the church, in the body of Hamashiach, same way. The true church needs food from the true servants of the Most High Yah that's in the body of Hamashiach. And because many people don't even know that it's not a building. Oh, you guys, so many people think that this is it's a building. It's a place where they go and this is the true church. The first and foremost, the church starts within you. First and foremost, within you. Nobody on your left, nobody on your right. Not your husband, not your wife, not your kids, not your mother, not your daddy. Within you. The Most High is not building his church on your family because you building your church on your family. That's not the true church. Yah is not involved in that, okay? He's not going to build his church, his saints, his servants based on your family because you didn't build your church in your house. That's not how the Father rumbled. That's how it is so much going on in the household to where individual will build their church in their household and call it the church of Yah. You see, they're called it the true church. That's going back to what I was explaining to you all. That's why people can't unite, because people are wanting to be the head, the ruler, and the leader so bad that they wouldn't even bow down before the Most High Yah, who has placed the body of Christ to be the head, and them submit to the head. When they learn to submit to the head, they'll realize, I ain't no head. See, they don't understand that. You are not the head of anyone once you have submitted to the body of Christ as your head. The head is is Christ, and you being in the body. That's you're gonna submit yourself first and foremost to that fact. And this is what 99 point trillion will not do. Nobody wants to submit to the body of Christ. I mean, the head, which is Christ. They want to be the head. If we ain't the head and ruling it and doing it our way, because they feel, even in their homes, their households, that I'm the head, I'm the ruler, I'm the king, I'm the leader. And I'm the prophet, I'm the prophetess, I rule this house. But see, they don't understand. No, 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 no. First, you're going to bring it down and get up under the head of Hamashiach, which is Christ, and understand it. A true church, y'all, understand it to the fullness. See, a true church know it has a head. Praise the mighty God. And that head don't submit to you, you submit to it. It is Christ. And it's a sad day, as it always been to me, to be speaking before you all on this here, regarding this level. Because honestly, it'll put a lot of people in the doghouse. Because while they running around here thinking that it's all about them ruling, being leader and king and getting me and mine, the Father has allowed so many things to come up in their household. So many things. Why? Because they want to rule it like they are the head. You see? And they won't submit to the whole idea that Christ is the head over this church and the saints. They are the same. The church is the saints and the saints is the church. And they are the servants of the Most High Yah. So once people learn that you have to get off this high horse, that you are the head. See, they don't want to do that, and they won't do it, and they're not going to. Even those who have been started a church, have the multitude of people running behind them, got a multitude of people on this devil platform. See, they didn't know they were portraying the church. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Patriot, Twitter, all of them that's portraying videos on these platforms are taking on the head leadership. And it is not of Yah. It is not of Yah. So this is why this is the devil platform. Because Satan have shown people how to take on the headship. And when they get there, there's no turning back. Why? I tried to explain that to you all for the last 2 years. They get on here. They don't care about nothing but subscribers and likes. Why? Because they feel that if they only say certain things, the main thing they do, they give, say, about 80% of the issues of the world. And they give 20% out of the Bible. I'm saying the Bible, which is instructions and direction. They give nothing in spirit and truth. They give nothing regarding the light. And they've been doing it for so many years to what is wrong became right within them. And what is right, it does not exist in them. Because now they are on what? They on their understanding, their wisdom, their knowledge, detached to what? Their feeling, their personal opinion, and their emotions. And then they bringing it in, bringing it before you on YouTube, and that's flesh. That's flesh. And they don't want to hear spirit and truth nor the light. They feel they are the light. They feel they are spirit and truth. They feel they are the head over the body. Why? Because they have taken you all as the body. And they feel that they are the head. That's just it. I've been saying that for 2 years. That's why they'll get on here and won't speak no spirit and truth, because spirit and truth don't want them speaking nothing. Which I don't blame your father, y'all. You see, they have no light and they could care less. They take on the whole idea Just like the people who got these big churches. They take on an idea. I got a multitude of people following me. That's all that I know. I'm famous. I'm popular. I got people following me. I got people listening to me 2 or 3 times a day. I got people praising me and honoring me. And most and foremost, I got people, how would I say it? Supporting me. I'm good. You see, this is why they can't speak spirit and truth and the light, because the light don't have nothing to do with them, nor spirit and truth, because they have made their truth to be the truth. You see, and they've made these platforms to be their light because they are shining bright to the world. You see, and I got on here, say about 2 years ago. It had bothered me a great deal. Why ain't these people speaking about the Most High Yah? Why ain't they giving him the glory and the praise? How can they, Deborah? How do you expect them to give me the glory and the praise, and themselves have the glory and the praise be given unto them? Where along the line do I want their praise? Where along the line do I want their glory? Where along the line I want their honor? They think they got the praise and gone and ran with it. They think they got the glory and took off with it. I don't want no part of their glory, their praise, none whatsoever, from those who praised them, glorified them, boast them, and put them on pedestal. He said he don't want no part of it at all, which I don't blame him. But what he's saying is, leave that for the flesh, for the flesh. I'm about the spirit. If they're not talking spirit and truth and only giving the food for the flesh, why would I want glory from that? That makes a lot of sense, Father Yah. And first and foremost, he said he don't share his glory. So therefore, that's why the people praise the people. And they come on these platforms talking about everything in the world. You'll never get them to talk about true spirit and truth, nor the true church, because everybody think the true church is them themselves without the body of Hamashiach. It's no way I could survive without the head. It's no way. All that power, you got to be crazy. You got to be out of your mind. And I just thank the Most High for allowing us to have a head in the body. We as saints, we as the true church, then turn and call us his servants. Why are we his servants? Because Christ is the head and we work in the body. This is why people can't unite. It's because everybody wanting to unite with what they see and believe, not what they know to believe to be the truth in spirit and truth, but what they see and believe. That's the way the world rumbles. And you get a lot of people that belongs to the body of Hamashiach serving the world because they never got the truth of the whole matter. The world is not the church, you guys. It's not a building. Now, do he want us to fellowship as the body of Hamashiach? Yes, he does. I was talking to you all about it, how those that are sealed in the forehead should have gotten together and are getting together because they are all sealed. But is this the will of the Father? I would not know, because the journey is for him to collect heads and get them out of here. Okay, so that was spoke of the four corners, from among the four corners, and the true body of Christ. Those that's in the body are those who understand spirit and truth and have the light. It is not these people on this platform. Okay, they can't be. That's why I say it's no. The only way that they would be, the only way that they would probably desire to get in the midst, I would believe, to deceive. I think they would do it to deceive, not to be sincere. So the Father say, let them go where they're going, where they're heading. Let them build, grow, a sale. That's what they're doing. They doing sale. Didn't he say it's going to be like the days of Noah? What are some of the main things he say? Like the days of Noah. What did the Messiah say? Yeshua said. He said they're going to be what? Buying, selling, building, planting. What shouldn't we be doing that because of what season we're in? Yes, but listen to what he's saying. They're going to be doing these things with the heart of taking care of themselves and themselves only. You see, they're preparing, oh, I'm going to escape. I'm going to be ready. And I'm going to escape because I'm planting, building, selling. They doing all kind of things. And then they look out their windows and say, they are not ready, but we are. You see? You can hear it in the loudmouth Pastor Dow. We are building this. We are building this. He brags about guns in that same way. We ready and everything. That's what all of them do. I haven't seen one that outside of the one that has already passed away speak on anything outside of how they are preparing for them and theirs. That's a spirit. That is a high level spirit, you guys. But then you think your household is the body of Hamashiach? Come on now. You think your building where you got a church and you building and you got all these people running out there telling these men you got virgins and y'all out there just and you just thinking that's your church. That's not the body of Hamashiach. The body of Hamashiach, the Father's church, was built before the foundation of the world. So it's not a place where people run and put their trust in men and women. It's a place where you go to and you recognize him. Like that example I gave earlier about, he said, train up a child in the way he should go. Well, what is the way, Father? You see, a lot of us would think that training him up will be the way that we were trained up, or the way that we believe the church to be, or the way we do. No. He said in the way. Only one way, y'all. What other way can you get to the Most High, y'all? There's only one way. And that's what screw a lot of them up. They don't think of it like that either. So he's sitting here telling them in a way. I said, now, in this way, you put man, woman, and then the children. So the head of the house is supposed to be training the children in the way, only one way, the way into the Father's bosom, in the way of Yah. Ain't that beautiful? So if we're trained from the house in the way of Yah, guess what? Whenever we leave the house or wherever we go anywhere, we already have Yah in us. Because what? We were trained in the way we should go as what? Young, as a child. Train up a child. But if there's not a male in the house, then he's out. Then the mother has to train him up still in the same way, the way of Yah. And if these children have escaped hundreds of generations without being trained, what makes you think in the year 2023 everybody gonna wake up and get it right? They still ain't got it right. They more away from the whole way it was designed by Yah. They even way further away because the parents today call themselves awakening, and now they got this newfound knowledge, but none of it leads back to who? Christ being the head and we being the body. No, we can't let him be the head. We got to be the head. We got to be rulers. We got to be kings, leaders. We got to be control over our household. And ain't saying, let me train my children in the way, because that's what he said. Train up the children. They're not, you do not hear them saying nothing about train up my children in the way of the Lord, of the Most High Yah. They're not going to say that. Oh no, women got to be submissive. You see the mindset? This is how messed up, because being submissive to your husband is a flesh thing. It is not a spiritual thing, you guys. Equally yoked is a spiritual thing. You're yoked together in Yah. One not yoked more than the other. You're yoked together in Yah. You see? That's equally. Unequally yoked is when you just come to the knowledge of who the Most High is, and you decide to serve him, and then you begin to use the biblical to be your guideline, because it got things that you desire to walk therein in a way that you are ruling, that you are in control. And that's why they went to David. They went to David in what way, Deborah? Oh, David had many wives. They went to Abraham. Abraham had more than one wife. You see, he had a baby by Hagar. What else? They go to Jacob. They go to them only one way, in controlling their lust, having their way in their control. How about, let's pull up in David again here. Let's cut out David had many wives. Did you walk like David walked with Yah? Do you talk like David talked with Yah? Do you move like David moved with Yah? Let's back it up to Abraham. Do you walk like Abraham walked with Yah? Nope. Do you talk like Abraham talked with Yah? Do you have that relationship like Abraham had with Yah? Nope. But I want to follow the fact that he had many wives. Let's go on to Jacob. Did you walk with Jacob like he walked with Yah? Did you talk like Jacob, like he talked with Yah? You see what I'm saying? Did you have a relationship with Yah like Jacob? No. But Jacob had many wives. I like to adopt that. You see? They took out only those things they did to please their flesh, which was wives. But they never thought to be like unto those guys in the spiritual realm. They never took on the trait of the spiritual realm of David, the spiritual realm of Abraham, the spiritual realm of Isaac, the spiritual realm of Jacob. That same way with the prophets. Sister Deborah, as a prophetess, I have to see, I don't have to see, but I read about the prophetess back in the days. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to take on what the way one prophet conducted herself outside of the prophetess, outside of spirit. I'm not going in that area. I can't walk with her there. I can only walk with the way she dealt with my father and my father dealt with her. All that other trash, I don't want no part in. So Sister Deborah only seeks after the spiritual. Same thing with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and David and Solomon. Did you build like Solomon did for the Most High Yah? Did you take care of the less fortunate like Solomon did? No, we just want to have more wives like Solomon. See there? Do y'all see the difference in the church that's built with man's hands and the church that's built up by family, calling themselves the church? You see, calling themselves holier than thou. It's when it's, you know what? This is another thing. When a person can look where they at, go up to their window and look out the windows and say, nah, nanny, nah, nah, I got this, you better get this, I got this, I'm ready for anything and everything, I'm prepared for this. Those are not of Yah, y'all. That is not of Yah. And those are the ones that will receive the storm. Those are the ones that the angels that were sent down. The angel on the east was told, was given the seal from Yah to give to the other angels, tell them make sure they mark his servants. See, you can't be Yah's servant because you serving the flesh of other men and women, and they looking at you as they God. It's no way. It's no way. They ain't looking at you as in the body. They looking at you as their head. They looking at you as their leader, their ruler. You see, they looking at you the wrong way. They looking at you cockeyed, pretty much. And that's what many of them do on these platforms. Even when I told you the other day, all these prophetesses coming up telling you dreams and vision. And you know what? If anyone come to me, first thing I tell them, where is your power? Where is your power? You leading these people on here with all these dreams. Yah's giving you all these dreams and all these visions. Why ain't he showing us some of your power? He trusts you with all those visions to even where your visions starting to rewrite the word. It ain't rewriting the word. What it does is you're taking it and making it your own private dream and vision. As if he take out all this time giving you visions and dreams all these years. Okay, that's it. He said, if it was so, it will fool the very elect. I'm one of the elect. I'm not fooled by it. Where is your power? Where is it? Where is it? Where can it be found? You see? And that's a sad thing. You know what? I'm going to tell y'all something that got on me yesterday. Yesterday morning, it got me. He got me real good. He got me real good. Father, y'all got me real good. He said, Deborah, I need you to get back onto YouTube and look at your videos. And I'm like, oh man, what's going on? So I go to the YouTube, my YouTube video, and what do I see? I'm looking. He said, I want you to go to your 2 videos that you did with your dog. And I went to him. He said, look at the number. He said, see there? You see how messed up this world is? I was like, wow, Father, I wouldn't have never gave that a thought. Because I don't go there looking at my numbers and all. I'm just so excited about having the opportunity that the Father has given me so that I could make the videos and put what he gives me out. So I'm looking at it and he said, see, now you see, he said, see, you see how sick this world is. When the Father showed me that, he said, see, this is what I try to tell you. This is why people are gone. See, I know what he mean when he said they gone. Because they really gone. I know y'all might think, oh, no. Oh, ain't nobody gone. Yes, people are gone. Because when he told me that, I was like, I would have never gave that a thought, Father, y'all. I only put those up because I had put them up on Facebook because they kept throwing my videos down. So I made 2 videos to put up on Facebook to see if they shoot them down, and they did. So I said, let me put these on up since I made them on YouTube. And he said, now look at it. Look at both of them, both days, both times you put them up. You got more numbers with people wanting to know about Adorned Dog than to hear what you have to say about me. That's why I say that they sick, they gone. I said, Father, you sure wore me out in the last 2.5 years about Deuteronomy 28 being gone, but the world itself is gone. It's gone. It's gone. So today he was telling me in the water about this Darby guy, and he was saying, I was saying, but Father, he was nailing it, Father. Yeah, he was nailing it. He said, yeah, but I had his day and his number. And even though, yep, some things did take place that shouldn't have took place, but yep, so what? The devil wasn't getting the victory. I had called him home. I called that death to bring breath back to me. Not Satan. It's not his shot. But don't think he didn't play no role in it. I know he did. It's no way. It's no way. I know he did. That man had the fire in him as far as truth. Oh, spirit and truth. Oh my Yah. Man never claimed that, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. He always stayed with his title, a Christian. But he break that Hebrew Israelite thing down better than any Negro ever been on this devil platform. Ain't that deep? He would break that thing. He knew what he was talking about, but he gone. He's young. He's gone. And I said, well, shoot, I'm still here. I'm still here. And then I thought about when I said that, I was washing dishes earlier. I said, but I also thought about what you said with that dog. He said, look at all of them. They'll listen to what you got to say about a darn dog before they listen to spirit and truth. That's how messed up they are. They gone. And he was talking about those that do listen. It's because they got some pen needle or light. Hope that they get more and more. But he was just, y'all, let me tell you, I wouldn't have never went back to look at that. And he was showing that to me. I was like, wow, 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 wow. And I said, okay. So the Spirit of the Most High told me to go back and look at that video, but both of the videos. But I will say that the church is not a building. But once I mentioned to you all about the church also being where it's no reason why those servants that are marked can't come together. But see, the only way they can come if the head, which is Christ, draw them near and together. And I wouldn't want nobody else to do it on their own or to do it with their own strength and their own power. Only the body of Hamashiach, if the Father will, it will be done. But if it's not, it ain't going to be. Because I'm going to tell you something. It is too much darkness out here role playing light. It is too many people calling themselves the church and the saints, and they rumbling in the world and calling themselves the church and saints. So it's just too much going on to where people will be confused and end up going out the wrong door or going in the wrong door. So I can also see that happening, if they have not worked with the heart of the Most High to come into a unity. And only way they can do that is the head has to be able to form that together to let it be. Because like say for instance me, I know that I am in the body of Hamashiach. I know that I am about spirit and truth and the light, and I have many of spiritual gifts from the Most High Yah. But I wouldn't want to walk in the midst of the trash that's out here thinking that, oh, they are holier than thou. Oh, that's the church of the body of Hamashiach, or those are the saints of the body of Hamashiach. I would never, ever, ever want to get over in that area or even step into that area without me getting or receiving truly a spiritual heavy message from the Most High through the body of Hamashiach. I'm telling you the truth because I have sat on this platform and I've dealt with people even on this platform whose fruit is so wicked. And they be on here all the time, but they got a wicked spirit. And they might think Sister Deborah don't know it. He said, you will know them by their fruit. And that's what Yeshua was saying to the righteous one in the heavens. When they asked him, when did we do these things? He said, because you all are the righteous, you're going to find yourself doing it to one another, the righteous things. You see? So if Sister Deborah got out here and she said, for instance, the Father blessed me with some property or anything. I got a bad habit, y'all. I got a bad habit of wanting other people to share in whatever I have. I have always been like that. That's why he told me at 58, you're a giver because I'm a giver. But I have always been like that. But I would use the body of Hamashiach to lead and totally guide. I mean, on any and everything, because you cannot use yourself unless you're willing to use the fruit of the Spirit that the Father has given you. Mine is the discerning spirit. Mine, I can interpret tongues. I know exactly the 3 tongues. I can box eyes. I can hear behind hearing through the Ruach HaKodesh. So with those gifts alone, I wouldn't throw those gifts away if I were to have people in the midst, but I would know who the people are automatically. Automatically. I wouldn't measure them based on what they're saying out of their mouth. That'll get you every time. It's their actions that speak louder than their words. See, their word says one thing to confuse you and confound you and make you think that they did. But they don't understand on this end, you're discerning them on the spiritual end while they playing games on the fleshly end. Because a lot of people think their words that comes out of their thoughts are the ones that nails it. No, it's your spiritual words that nails it. And I, Sister Deborah, can discern the both. So that's why I said I wouldn't be lost. But what Satan could do is he could get someone to come in that has mastered the gifts in which I have and try to role play it in it. But I guarantee you, if I know that I know that I know that Christ is the head of the church, I ain't gonna be worried about it because he's gonna bring it down. He's gonna bring it or cause it to cease away, or go away. So Sister Deborah would say again, the true church is not a building or individual up in a building, nor a pastor, a bishop, evangelist, a priest. Why do y'all think all these big old cathedrals, I think that's what they call these big old Catholic churches on everywhere in the city, in the county, everywhere in the city, still sitting there, they ain't holding no church, they ain't no service, no nothing. They just showing you we the power. That's what they said, we the power. Stand down. You won't see a Negro rob them. You won't see a Negro try to take that stained glass, that multicolored glass out. You won't see black people bothering not one Catholic church. They stand there for 100, 200 years, daring you to mess with it, and won't be open for service. Oh, they don't have to be open. Here in Missouri, they got so many of them, beautiful big old things. And just imagine 100 years that was built. Come on now. You see how the power that bees have supported them and making them build these type of things to portray that they are the church, when that's how people are in their bodies. They're portraying they are the church. Look at me. I got my head wrapped. Look at me. I'm dressed in modesty. I'm dressed in modesty. Or look at me. I'm looking a certain way. I got my swag. I'm pronouncing it this way. I'm doing this. I'm saying the name. No one gives a rat's behind about the game you play. You see, none of that means anything. And you bet the Most High got his. It can't be fooled by it. So the true church, you guys, is not let me see what time I'm on, or it's time for me to get off. It's not a building made with bricks. It is a spiritual. It is spiritual. The church is spiritual beings. They are the saints. They belong to the Most High Yah. So do not get caught out here thinking that, in the days to come that you can run, because when it's like I say, I'm gonna stop saying it's getting bad out here, because the Father said if they can't see it, let them keep thinking it's good. Let them think everything is going good for them. Let them play on in their little swimming pool. And I'm not talking about a natural swimming pool, in their spiritual mindset of their minds, is that all everything is going real good, everything. Let them continue that, because they don't even understand. Like you hear that what is happening is all the plagues are taking place, okay? And right at the end of the plagues, he's going to swoop in out. He is going to be taking out his servants, and they're going to leave, and everybody else going to have to suffer everything. And if you think that you're a Hebrew Israelite and you going somewhere because you're a Hebrew Israelite, because you're a true Jew, because they didn't told you the whole house of Israel is going to be saved, you go right ahead. Go right ahead. Because even on the journey to the promised land, I think we're going to lose some on that journey. I really do. So Sister Deborah, I hope you got something out of it, and understand the true church is not, it's spirit. It is spirit. And the one that's not spirit is the liar that has deceived the whole world. So Sister Deborah says, shalom and shalom.